Rip, hi. It's a pleasure really to be talking to you here in Paris. How you been doing?
I've been great. Hanging out, second time in Paris. Loving the city right now, loving the food. My wife is loving the shopping, spending all my money, but this is a great place.
Mm-hmm. Tell us about you. Like, what have you been up to since you stopped playing basketball?
I think the best thing I've been able to do is hanging out with my kids. I got 3 small babies, 10, 7, and 6 years old, and just spending time with them, hanging out with them, playing basketball with them, taking them to baseball practice, doing dad stuff, and also working with CBS Sports, doing some stuff with TNT, Turner, NBA TV. So doing a little bit of broadcasting, so loving that right now.
Keeping your foot in the door,
keeping one foot in the door, one foot out. Absolutely.
Gotcha. We have to talk about those Detroit Pistons because obviously, you're associated with them. Am I wrong to assume that your Pistons years were your best years of your career?
Oh, without a doubt. That was probably the funnest and most exciting time for me personally, just to have great chemistry with a great group of guys. We were like brothers. Nobody on the team felt as though they was better than the next person that they were playing next to. And it was an exciting time for myself and my teammates.
When we talk about those Pistons, the whole team, of course, we keep in mind you, Tayshaun, Ben, Rashid. What was so special about that group?
The thing that was so special about our group was we were all willing to put our ego to the side for the team. And we knew we couldn't do it as individuals. We knew the only way we can win a championship and beat a team like the Lakers is if everybody's on the same page from training camp all the way until the end of the season. So I just think that the brotherhood was the best thing that I love about that team.
You just talked about the Lakers. Finals 2004 when you guys won the championship. You're facing the Lakers, and the Lakers with Kobe, with Shaq, Karl Malone, Gary Payton. You were not supposed to beat that team back then.
Well, I think we were heavy underdogs when you talk to Vegas and a lot of fans, but we knew it was our time. We felt as though once we added Rasheed Wallace in the middle of the season to our team to kind of give us an inside presence, a guy that can force a double team. We knew that we were unstoppable, and when we got the opportunity to play the Lakers with 4 Hall of Famers, we just felt as though, hey, we're happy. Bring it all on. Let us be the underdog. We're gonna go out here and show the world that we're the best team in the world.
Take us back through those finals. I don't know. I want to hear stories about you guys getting ready for it. What was it like?
It was fun. It was great. I got a funny story. When we were in Los Angeles and we won Game 1. And in Game 2, it was the last couple seconds of the game. We're up by 2. Lakers got the ball. We could foul, put Kobe at the free throw line. And worst case scenario, we go to overtime. So Larry Brown was like, hey, let's foul. Everybody on the team was like, nah, coach. We've been manning up all year. Let's defend. No, let's see what happens.
So you went against your coach?
We went against the coach. He said, okay. And that was the relationship that, we had with Coach Larry Brown, that he always trusts us. So he said, all right, cool. Go out there, man up, play defense. Kobe ended up coming down, knocking down a 3. Lakers end up winning that game, 1-1. Now we got to go back to Detroit. So now the bus ride, Larry Brown gets on the bus ride before we head off to Detroit. And he says, hey, guys, I want to apologize because I've been in this situation before with Philly when they played against the Lakers a couple years ago before that, and we should have fouled. And Ben Wallace stopped him in mid-sentence and said, hey, coach,
it's on us.
No need to apologize. We ain't coming back to L.A. And Larry said, go back to the front of the bus. This is not a conversation. We ain't coming back to L.A. And we went to Detroit and won the next 3 games and never came back to L.A.
Cool story. I love that. I want to hear about you guys now in these days, 2018. Are you still in touch with each other?
Oh yeah, we're definitely still in touch. We're in a group text where all 5 of us, we communicate with each other about 3 to 4 times a week. Laugh, joke, hang out. Anytime we can, talk to each other, because we were like brothers. I tell people it was more than basketball with that team, and we do a good job of really communicating with each other.
So you get your jersey retired by the Detroit Pistons. I'm assuming that was something special.
Yes. It was surreal because when you play the game of basketball as a 7-year-old kid in coastal Pennsylvania, you never played a game you never think that your jersey is going to be retired in professional sports. And to get that opportunity to get my jersey retired in Detroit was amazing. It was definitely probably one of my biggest accolades of my career, and I thought it was very special.
Do you see you got something in you for those Pistons? I mean, are you planning on going to the arena maybe next season?
Yeah. I mean, like people always say, like, what's your favorite team in the NBA? I'm a Piston. I'm a Piston for life. So just because I retired from the team, that still is my favorite team. That's the team that I still every day I look on ESPN, NBA.com to see the stat sheet, who did what, how much did we win by. So I'm constantly aware of what's going on in Detroit.
So what do you think about this coming season?
I think it should be exciting. Got a new coach in Dwayne Casey.
Do you like him?
Yes, former coach of the year. I think that's excellent for the team because anytime you bring in a new coach to a team that's really trying to make a change, you got to have a coach that is respected across the league. And he's respected across the league. And then you got Blake Griffin, who came in midseason. Now he gets a whole training camp, whole preseason to mesh with Andre Drummond. So I think it should be an exciting year.
So some people, some observers of the NBA are, I'm not going to say pessimistic, but are doubting the Blake Griffin trade. What do you think? What's your take on that?
Well, like I said, the game has changed. Now if you look at teams, they're playing pretty much 4 in, 1 out. So it means 3 guards and 1 small forward and 1 center. Now, with the Pistons, you got a true center in Andre Drummond, and then you got a true power forward in Blake Griffin. It's not typical in today's game, but I think if they use that to their advantage and not try to play like everybody else, then it should be okay.
All right, we'll see how that goes. One last thing before I let you go. I want to talk, I read stuff about you. I heard you're a massive sneaker addict.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
Oh, man. I've been a collector for a long time, and I take pride in my shoes.
Like, do you know how many pairs you got?
I stopped counting. I think once I got over 1,000, I just...
Over 1,000? All right.
I got tired.
I thought I was crazy. It was like 200.
Nah, I started miscounting after that. So I said, man, I ain't got time to do all this. But yes, it's kind of like I built a guest house, with probably 3,000 square feet and kind of made my whole sneaker type museum in there. And it's dope, because as you walk in there, I can visualize and see all the memories of my career through my sneakers. And I think that's a dope feeling.
What would be your, maybe 2-3 favorite pairs?
For me, my Jordan 2s are my favorite ones to play in. The owner actually took a pair of my shoes and gave me as a gift and dipped it in 24 karat gold.
No way.
So that's definitely one of my favorite. The Jordan 1s. Okay. I like them because you can dress them up, you can dress them down, and the older they get, the better they look. And you got to go with the patent leathers. I mean, they're one of the classic J's of all time. You can kind of wear them with anything too.
And since we're talking shoes and clothes and everything, maybe you can show the camera like the T-shirt you're wearing right now. Like Rip is wearing something special here.
Oh yeah, this is dope. I mean, this is what Brand Jordan did a collab with Paris with the PSG team. I thought it's super dope. I was there last night. Me and Larry Miller getting a tour of the stadium. It was awesome. The atmosphere was great. And to make it even better was like the first goal scored was by the number 23.
True, Draxler.
Yeah,
yes.
So I thought that was dope. I thought that MJ is bringing swag to soccer, so it was great.
All right, Rip, it was a pleasure talking to you. Thank you so much.
Thanks
you.
For your time. Definitely.